Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another YouTube live stream. If you've been a regular on my live streams, I just want to say thank you to you. I really do appreciate the support, and I really do admire, respect, and appreciate people's self-discipline to be consistent, because it actually takes a lot of discipline even to come onto a live stream like this, get involved, be brave enough and honest enough to show your weaknesses that you have, your insecurities, your fears, especially with sharing them with the whole world. That takes a lot of courage. That takes just as much courage as going into a boxing ring and fighting another man. Just as much courage to do public speaking, or to go and approach a girl for the first time on the street, or to start something new, anything like that. It's tremendous courage. So well done to yourself for showing up consistently. And if you're new to my excuse me, YouTube live streams, then I guess the best thing I'd say is welcome. And if you are interested in building more confidence in your life, I can certainly help you to do that. And even the people in this community, because it is a community, but it's a very sort of free, open community. It's not like people have to do certain things. And I'm not a guru. You don't need to worship me. I'm just like you, normal person who is creative, ambitious, passionate, quite honest about their fears and insecurities and their anxieties and their mental health challenges, but wants to live the best life that they can live, wants to inspire other people to do the same. I just want to have conversations with other people that are passionate about the same thing, about personal development, about just enjoying your life. That's kind of my whole tagline, enjoying the process, whether it's going out speaking to women, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's playing FIFA 2019, whether it's spending time with your family, whether it's boxing or coaching people, whatever it is that you enjoy. That's a big part of my philosophy. Another part of my philosophy is about honesty. That's what enabled me to build a successful YouTube channel and a successful business. And as well, it enabled me to be successful at helping men all around the world who were suffering with the same things I was suffering with: social anxiety, depression, mental health challenges, low self-esteem, and confidence to speak to women. I've helped men all around the world to improve their confidence and to actually experience what they want to experience a girlfriend for the first time, experience being able to push through your fears and your doubts and your insecurities and walk up to a girl on the street and start a conversation and feel really good about doing it. And I also teach a lot of values and virtues to men. I teach men to respect women. I teach men to respect themselves, to respect people, to treat women with respect, but to also, that doesn't mean you can't be a man. It doesn't mean you can't be confident and attractive and assertive with women. And that doesn't mean that you need to allow women or men or anyone to, bully you or walk all over you. You've got to stand up for yourself. So all of these good virtues, these are the things that were taught to me. This is what my mom and dad taught me and what they brought me up with: to respect people, good manners, good attitude in life. So a lot about attitude. I'm going to also answer your questions. So any questions you have, ask me, I'll answer them. I'm going to also talk about my 6-week transformation program, which is a program that I've been running for a long time now, about 6.5 years. And this program has done tremendous life-changing work with so many students. And I've got some evidence on my YouTube channel of me doing this program. If you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see a playlist. It should say 6-week transformation or something like that, students, and you can click on and see all the different students that I've mentored and transformed on this program. So the program is all about the things I'm teaching throughout all the videos. And it's mostly about taking guys out in public on the street and teaching them how to speak to women, how to speak to women from a place of honesty, love, confidence, fun, how to be themselves, how to do what I'm doing, how to express themselves, and how to have the courage to show who they are and stuff like that, and how to be very practical. It's all about getting practical. When you do practical things, you feel really good. So I've never really been an advocate of someone who tells people you should read a lot of books. Some teachers will, and maybe that's true. Maybe that's true for you. That hasn't been what has been true in my life. I haven't been passionate. I found I've been able to get a lot more out of students and people through having conversations like this with them, and then actually facilitating and accompanying them and being accountable for them facing their fears. What I mean by that is, instead of just going on the phone to someone and saying, you know, you should face your fears in your life, which is good advice, you should approach women. I actually go out with them and make them do it in front of me. So that way they're guaranteed to succeed. They've got some accountability. This is what coaching is about. It's about support. Of course, love and friendship, that comes with who I am and what I do. Not every teacher is might not get as close to their students as I do. It's about accountability, and it's about being practical. When you put all these elements together, you've got a successful man. Most of success comes from a man's attitude and his mindset. His attitude and his mind, yeah, and a little bit of humor. That humor goes a long way. That's true, Joe. So sense of humor, that's all in that category of love. You know, it's all in that positive attitude. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a look at the videos, and I'm going to be hopefully today. I'm trying to connect with some new students and clients that would be right for my 6 weeks program. That would be the people that have got the right attitude, because I've kind of pinned down most of the problems getting solved are down to people not having the right attitude about their problems. If you've got the right attitude towards something, you can often change it and get a good result. So first of all, today in this talk, I'm going to take you back. Any questions you've got, fire ahead. Don't worry about interrupting me. You're allowed to interrupt me. If I'm saying something important, I may take a little bit more time, but I'll answer. We've only got 7 people on the live stream so far, so get your questions in now. It usually picks up, gets a lot more people. But even if it gets busy, I'll answer your questions. Just to let you know, in my talks, I do deviate into different areas. That's just part of my teaching and speaking style, my personality, and I don't always know if that's a good or bad thing, but I would say it's more good, because that's me being me, right? So have some patience, because I'm being patient with you. If I'm talking about something and it's not resonating, or you don't like it, ask me a question and about something that you are interested in, or let me know. Just let me know as we go along. Just open up. Just be honest and say, yeah, I like what you're saying. It helps me. Or I don't like what you're saying. You're allowed to disagree. You can have your own opinion. That's the whole point. But obviously, I don't tolerate trolling and stuff like that. If I get any of that, there's a great option now on YouTube. You just ban or delete people's comments. But we never have this. We always have good guys on this. We hardly ever have any haters or anything like that. But I've also got a really good sense of humor. And if someone wants to do that, I probably would see the funny side. Unless it's really, really personal, I just delete it. So attitude. It's really important. So important. I was just watching, I don't know if you know him, you guys probably do, Chris Eubank, not senior, sorry, yes, because you've got a son. Chris Eubank was a famous middleweight and super middleweight boxing champion in the 90s or late 80s, 90s. He had a famous epic fight with Nigel Benn, who was another great middleweight champion that I looked up to. And I like Chris Eubank Jr. I find him to be a nice, it just seems like a good man, good heart. And he was doing an interview today. He's older now, he's in his 50s, and he was saying that the key thing to a man being successful in his life, not just as a boxer, he said anything, he said is about the right attitude. And that's what inspired me to do. I was going to do the live stream anyway, but to talk about it, because I was like, he's right. He's like, and it's the little things he said. He said the little things that a man does. If you see an old lady struggling with her shopping, he said a champion's character, you know, and he's not just on about, he said, I'm not talking about a champion in the ring who fights. He said that's one area outside the ring. And you don't have to be a boxer to embody this. You help the old lady, of course. You don't just see her struggling. He said when you're around people that are weaker than you, protect them. When you're around people in general, he said it's important for a champion to be kind. And I'm not blowing up my own ego. I'm not perfect, no one is, but I've always been kind. I've always was brought up like that. I was always brought up to be, I always had a lot of compassion for people. If I'm around people, I'm always thinking first and foremost, how can I make them feel comfortable? Now, it's just, it always is at the forefront of my mind. But I realized what Eubank said. If I wasn't taught that when I was young by my mum, my dad, my nan, my aunties, I wouldn't be like that. I might be a different way. I might not be a good person. I might be hateful and stuff like that. So, but you can learn these things if you weren't taught them. And I realize most of what men come to me is to be taught to improve their attitude towards life. And of course, your attitude towards the way you see an old or towards treating people with respect, that's going to either determine your results with women. A lot of men go out with a really bad attitude towards women, and then they wonder why they can't get a woman. I understand that. I totally get that mindset. They're angry at women. They're angry at other men that are doing well. They might be angry towards dating coaches or anyone who is seen on the internet to be successful. They're very jealous and angry and hateful, and they feel very unfairly treated. I understand all that, but they're going in up to women with that sort of energy, and then women are saying no. Women are getting frightened or uncomfortable around them. So they need to change their attitude. They need to stop seeing every woman as bad, and see that of course, there's bad women out there. There's bad men. There's a lot of good women, and when you start carrying yourself in that way, you start having different types of interactions with people, and your experiences get better and positive. And then when you see that the result of you having a better attitude towards people, life, and women, when you see you're getting good results, you're getting rewarded for that behavior, you're going to be more encouraged to do it more. So this is really making men aware of the basics. And Eubank's right, is like, if you can't get the basics right, how are you going to do the big things? So the way I was brought up was to have manners. That stayed with me till I'm going to the end of days. Always say, yes, please, no, thank you very much. Just to have those ethics. And I've met a lot of people who don't have that. Now, God bless them, maybe their parents didn't teach them that, or their community, or wherever their community, they weren't taught that. So it's not natural for them. So I'm just sharing this because Eubank, he actually really touched my heart. I'll be honest with you. And again, I said it on my live stream. I'm not making him a guru, be a guru, but he's a wiser man than me, he's older than me. And even if he was younger than me, age doesn't come into the wisdom. And I recognize those virtues and values, and I like him. That's why I liked him anyway. When he was younger, a lot of people hated him. They were jealous of him because he was different. But aside of all that, that's not important. What was important is I like that goodness that he has in him, because I recognize that in my mum and dad and my family, my nan, my aunties, and the community that I grew up in. Obviously, there was negativity. There was people that were nasty. And I also recognize it in myself. I recognize that kindness, that humbleness, and he also made me aware of the badness in me as well, that we've got badness in us. No, obviously we have a dark side, and to be aware of that and not to let that take over. So I realize, I look back on my successes and I'm like, yeah, that's how I did it. I changed my attitude. And you do it over time. You don't do it. I mean, you can actually do it today. You can choose, but these things take a little bit of time. So if someone invites you to their parents' place, let's say whoever, you go to your friend's place the first time, or your girlfriend invites you to hers, first thing you do when you walk in the door is you say, like, hi, nice to meet you. You take your shoes off, or you don't just start going in the fridge and the cupboard. Say, I'm hungry, man. You don't ask. And if they offer you and say, would you like a drink? You say, oh, yes, please, thank you. Little basics like that. If you can't do that, then you probably won't get laid with a nice girl. You won't make any money in your business. You won't make friends. You won't be successful in life. You won't succeed in anything, whatever it is that you want to do. And I even spoke earlier on, I used the analogy of FIFA. I don't know if a lot of you are gamers, you guys can tell me. And please, guys, you can let me know if this talk resonates, because I feel this is a really good lesson for men and success. And it's making men aware that the little things equal big things. And you may not think the way you're being in one area of your life is not affecting you in the area like women and dating where you want to succeed, but believe me, it is. Unconsciously, consciously, or the little things that you do in your day, they add up. It's like interest, Hey Ronald, how you doing, my friend? So I'm going to give you an example. In all the years I've been coaching, and it's been 8 years, but it feels longer because in those 8 years, it's been there's been breaks, other periods where I've stopped for a bit, or might have stopped teaching and working, or might have been in a long-term relationship. But within the years, it's been a long time. I've met a lot of people. I've worked and mentored people all around the world, in the United States of America, from where I'm from London, England, from outside of London. I've mentored people from Spain, from Austria, from Poland, from Germany, from Asia, from Africa, people from Iran, Middle East, all different places around the world. And there's more on the list. I can't remember every country off the top of my head. But all these people that I've met, I would say all of them actually, that I've worked in my 6-week program, they had a good attitude. That's why I attracted them. That's why they chose me as a teacher and paid me. And they did really well. They got good, successful women. And a lot of the people that didn't work with me, and I'm not saying if you don't work with me and do my coaching, that means you've got a bad attitude. I'm not alluding to that. I'm just giving you a chance to make my point. A lot of the people who maybe wanted to work with me or would like to, but they didn't have the right attitude, I end up turning them down. I don't choose to reject anyone. I try and help everyone. But some of them don't have the right attitude in the place they're currently at, and I know that they wouldn't succeed on the course. It would be, to be honest, it would be a pain in the backside for me and for them. So it ain't worth wasting their time and my time, or what they want me to teach them, I don't teach. They might want me to teach them how to have a bad attitude towards women, manipulate and stuff like that, and I don't do that. So it's just showing up in all different areas and making me realize the kind of person I want to become, people that I want to help, what the message is. So if you're struggling at the moment in your life, it probably is down that your attitude is not as good as it can. And sometimes what happens is, it's happened to me. You were raised by your family with good values, but because life challenges sometimes, things are not fair. People sometimes are not nice. It can make you angry and resentful, and then you forget these values that you were taught that made you be who you are and enjoy being who you are and being happy in life and appreciating your family and actually getting you success in whatever area of life you've got it in or you want to get it in. And then you stop doing that practice. So it's a practice that you have to continue, like any practice, you have to continue to do. A bit like when guys say to me, how long should I go out and practice speaking to women? Well, really, the answer is for life. Until you get married and get a wife, you never stop learning. You never stop interacting with people. So I know what they're saying within all that. They want a time frame, and you can have a time frame. I mean, I help people within the time frame of 6 weeks on my 6-week transformation program to get the actual results of them they want. But some people might take a little bit longer than that. So it does depend. But what you can always guarantee to fall back on is if you've got the right attitude towards life situations, then those situations are going to be better for you. They're going to go better. You're going to enjoy it more. So that's really what I'm talking about today. And if any of you are interested in doing my 6-week transformation program, let me give you my email address, and I'll quickly explain to you what it's about and who it's for and what you're going to do on the program and the sort of results you can expect to get. Because I'm sure most people, they want to know what is going to happen on the program, what exactly we're going to do. So what we do on the program is, it's a lot simpler than you think. I'm going to try not to over-explain it, because when you explain things, you can make them obviously sound more complicated. We basically go out, we actually go out for each session, each coaching session is 2 hours, and we go for a walk. We go for a walk in public. And when you see a girl that you find attractive and you like, I encourage you, inspire you, and I push you with a bit of motivation to go and speak to that girl. And then after you've spoke to a girl, we'll spend a minute or 2 minutes talking about how the interaction went, what you did right, what the girl said, things that I feel you did wrong that you could improve on. So as we're going along, we're doing the practice, you're approaching, then you're coming back, and then we're evaluating how it went. Now, I am judging you, but not in a nasty way, in a good way, teaching, helping you. And then you're also sharing with me what you think you're doing right. And then we go on and do more approaches, and then we learn. And as we do the approaches and learn, what happens is your confidence starts to increase. And then as your confidence increases, your attitude gets better. and then your results get better. And then we start having breakthroughs. So a breakthrough could be you get your first phone number with me on one of the sessions on the program. That's a success, isn't it? Getting a number. And then the next breakthrough could be you get text back by a girl on the number. She texted back saying it was good to meet you. So you know you've done the approach right. She's interested in you. And then the next breakthrough is we might say, I can't believe it. She's agreed. I'm going on my first date. So on the 6 weeks program, not only do I take you out in public and teach you how to speak to women, I help you through the entire dating process. I help you and I help you in your life as well. These are things that I just do because I like giving a lot more value to my clients, and I do these. I just do it because I don't know. I just do it because it's the right thing to do, and I usually help people in their life as well. So after we've gone out for about an hour and a half, sometimes we'll go out for the full 2 hours approaching. But if I feel that you've done enough within an hour, and I don't want you to burn out and get sick and get too overtired, I will sit you down after and we'll grab a coffee. So we might do an hour of approaching and filled, or about an hour and 15 minutes, and then we'll sit down 45, let you have a breather. I'll let you share your experience with me so you can tell me, am I coaching you right? Are you enjoying it? And anything else we can change? We talk, and we might not even talk about that. We might even just laugh and talk about girls, talk about football, we might talk about personal development, really natural stuff. But this is all part of me building you up and giving you a great experience and teaching you to have the right attitude towards life so you can be successful. So we'll do that as well, and then I'll give you homework. Hey, Anderson, I'm going to ask you a question in a second about which student had the biggest transformation. But that's a great question. That's a tough one to answer because so many transformations, so many good memories. So good to see you as well, Anderson. So where was I? So I also give homework on the 6 week transformation. And why do I give homework? Do I give because it sounds good? To sell the program? To make it sound extra? If I'm being really honest, no. I give homework because the homework's needed. The homework is needed, and the homework improves confidence and it improves your results. And the homework basically is always personal to you. So I can't say for sure if some of you are asking, okay, if I do the program, you're interested, it sounds good, and then you say, what will my homework be? I won't be able to answer that for you right now because I haven't met you, obviously, and I don't know what your sticking points are. And I don't know what your strong points are. And I don't know what your goal is with me on the 6 week program. So I have to do the first session with you, and then the homework will create itself. So just for an example, you might say to me, in my life, I read a lot of books, I talk a lot, but I never actually take action. You might have problems with self-discipline. So I might give you homework to face a week of a to-do list of fears that you have. So I might say you need to go to the cinema, you've got to go to the gym. It might not be that, it could be that. I've done that for certain clients. Or it might be just me saying you just got to go out and say hello to 10 women. But all the homework is designed to improve confidence, improve attitude, get you the results that you want. Simple. So that's the homework, and I give it to you in email format and verbal format. And you can also email me anytime you want. When you do the 6 weeks program with me, you can email me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, email, I might be asleep. I can always answer it next day. It's not going to be an inconvenience. And you can also, what one of my clients, Aidan, does, he always sends me a Facebook voice message to let me know what he's done. He'll say, I've gone out today, Johnny. I've done an hour. Can't do Aidan's voice, but he'll laugh at this. I've approached someone, I've got a number, I've got an instant date, I've got a date, but I'm having a trouble here. What can I do here? And I'll tell him, and then he'll go, great, I'll speak to you in the next lesson. So he's great like that. I said to him before, I wish all the clients would do what you're doing. And he said, what do you mean? I said, I wish they'd send me the voice message on Facebook because it shows you're more dedicated. You're making me up my game because you're showing more commitment. So clue is in the title. I only work with people on the 6 week transformation program that have got the right attitude, that are honest people, that have got good heart, that are committed. I know it might sound like God, Johnny's like, why is he because it's voice in my head. Why so much things just to, work with someone? Well, I've realized through experience that if someone doesn't have these things, it's not possible to coach them. There are some people that are not coachable. As good as I am as a coach, and I know I'm good, and that's not me being arrogant, but I know I ain't that good in that to help someone who's not coachable. It's not possible in the current mental state that they're in. So maybe a professional can help them, a doctor, maybe medication, or maybe that they need to change their attitude. No one can until they change. So I appreciate it, Anderson. Yeah, if you guys could like the live stream, that would be great. So for that reason, they need to have a good attitude. You don't have to be a perfect person. No one's perfect, but having a good attitude is really important, because then you're going to get results in the program. You're going to come away happy. I'm going to be happy, and you're going to get good results for women. Any questions you guys got, fire ahead. I'm going to answer them. So if you guys are asking yourself, how can I improve my attitude? You improve your attitude by just your daily practices. Just be mindful of the way that you're interacting with like your mum, your family, friends. Now, to answer one of your questions, which student do you think made the biggest transformation? It's very, very difficult to say, because there's so many students who have done such big things. But one that comes to mind, and I won't say his full name in case he doesn't want his information out, was, and I've worked with a lot of Alexes. His name's Alex. I won't say his surname. I've worked with loads of Alexes, so you won't know who it is. He made a massive transformation, but he did invest a lot with me. He did 1 6-week transformation program, and he did 2 boot camps. But most of the breakthrough came in the 6-week program. The extra boot camp that he did, because he wanted to learn advanced techniques, he wanted to work on his psychology. He was interested in some of the spiritual stuff I've spoken about before, the ego and stuff like that, hate background. But he made a massive transformation, because when he come to me, he didn't have any dates. He was very anxious, and even with me, and found it hard to make eye contact. And he'd never got laid before. And then he got laid and got a girlfriend from the street. And he'd never given a public talk. And then he gave a public presentation at my Fearless event in front of a group of people. And then he made friends. He made friends with the other students that I mentored in the 6-week program. But it's not just the results that he got, it's how he changed personally. He went from being down, sad, a bit angry, because everyone thought that, to really happy, smiling. His social anxiety went. And he just had been improving from strength to strength. And then he started to put out things on his social media, videos about how he feels, what he's doing. He changed, because he got a good attitude. And he was a young man. He was only 20 years of age. And I said, for a 20-year-old, his attitude is, I'm not always bringing age into it. Sometimes age doesn't matter. But sometimes age does matter. We have to say, for a 20-year-old, you've got a better attitude than a 35-year-old or a 40-year-old or 50-year-old. And that's why he was successful. And I love working with him. And he obviously liked working with me. That's why he wanted to do more coaching with me. And it's funny, because he said at the start, he had voices in his head saying that he wasn't sure if he could trust me. He didn't trust people. And he didn't know if I was going to rip him off. That's what he said. I'm being honest. I wasn't sure about spending the money. But I went with it. I trusted it. And he said it was the best decision that I made. So it's very important, the right attitude. Now I've got loads of other success stories, but too many to talk about. Just check on the YouTube channel. So that's the main lesson today, about having the right attitude, the little things, how you treat people, having manners. When you go into a shop, or if you buy some food, do you just go, yeah, I want that, I want that, I want that, goodbye? Do you not use your manners and say, thank you very much, thanks for the food, have a good day? If you're not doing those little things in your life, that tells me that you're struggling, and you're not going to get results with women. Because at the highest level, whatever we say, and I know a lot of guys will go, well, women have got a bad attitude, some women are not nice. That's true. They're not all like that, though. Just as some men have got a bad attitude, then you're going to get a good woman. You'll attract a nice woman with a good attitude and honest. And, you just go into situations, your confidence goes up, self-esteem. Also, as well, to let you guys know, on Sunday, I've got a free event, and you're very welcome to come along. It's called Take Action. I've got a lot of people coming already. And I talk about this and I teach this, all these things we talk about. And if you come onto the channel because you're really, really just focused and interested with meeting attractive women from the street, getting the right attitude will get you the results, you know. Let's see if we've got any other questions as well. The live stream has not got as many people as usually, but that's fine. Again, being grateful, it probably will pick up after. I've got loads more to say on this matter. I've got other things to talk about as well, guys, if you're interested. And I've been going to the gym a lot lately and getting great results. That just been really enjoying it, you know. Been doing weights, swimming, and I'm filling out more, getting bigger, getting in more shape, just having fun with it. I did a live stream the other day talking about the importance of enjoying things. You know, when you enjoy things, it just gets better. Things work out. But even in enjoyment is having the right attitude in how you approach things. So let's share this stream anyway. Let's share this around. I didn't put this out. Also, to let you know as well, you should get on my newsletter if you want to get a copy of my ebook that I'm writing and a lot more tips. My newsletter is here. Let me give you the address. It's free to join the newsletter. You just put your email in. If you go to my website, www.youre.com, there'll be a landing page, there'll be a box, and it will say enter your email, and you're going to get a free video course gift. And the ebook isn't finished yet. It's probably finished next month. I'm writing it at the moment. The ebook's all about how to conquer anxiety and meet the attractive women on the street. It covers every principle, the steps, the right attitude, what you've got to go through, the mistakes that you don't want to make, what women are attracted to. I cover everything in it. So if that sounds like something you want, join my newsletter by going to my website, putting in your email in, and then you'll be on the newsletter. You'll get notified when I've got events coming up. And I also give tips, mindsets, exercises for you to go out and build your confidence with women and with life. And notice in this channel, I talk a lot about not only confidence with women, but personal development. You know, basically, the message is face your fears on a practical level. Enjoy the process of facing your fears. Change your attitude towards the fears and insecurities that you have. Instead of being terrified all the time, insecure, depressed, down, hopeless, have a grateful mindset. Just change it. Just say, I'm excited that I've got fears and I'm going to work on them. I'm excited that I've got social anxiety, because that gives me something to focus on. It gives me something that I want to overcome. It makes me have a goal in my life, great purpose. Something so negative and destructive, change your attitude towards it. All of a sudden, you're excited to meet people. You're not afraid of being judged or worried about not being good enough. You're actually thinking that I am good enough, that people are just like me. I can trust people. I can be open. I want to trust people. I want to make friends. It's the different thinking changes it. The way that you register for this Sunday is by emailing me. Here's my email address. So it's johnnyberba88@gmail.com. So if anyone wants to register for my free talk this Sunday in London, email me at johnnyberba88@gmail.com. And if you've got any questions, or if you're interested in mentorship and you want to do the 6-week transformation program, then get in touch. I'm happy, I'm friendly, I'm honest, I'm open, and I will talk to you and see if we can work together. So it's really important attitude, and it really made me think today what Eubank said, and it made me realize, you know, when you realize something and you go, this person's right, because I've got personal experience where having the right attitude has got me great results in my life. It's got me a girlfriend, or it's enabled me to get on better with my mum and dad. And that actually really touched me when one of my students, Alex, said, you know, since doing your coaching, I'm regretting that I've treated my mum bad. I have to apologize to my mum. I'm getting on better with my mum. I'm getting on better with my family. Before, I wouldn't speak to them. They couldn't get through to me. They were worried about me, and I was always angry around them. Now I'm talking to them. I'm more open with them. So, you know, the coaching that I give, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but it really does change people's lives. It helps men in so many different areas. These are the most important areas to a man. I'm sure his family, his friends. So it's not just dating coaching or approach coaching. This is transformational, self-esteem, personal development, social coaching. It's all these different things in one. Possible when you take practice. Actually, the Sundays, and I've been feeling a lot better lately. And I'm not going to come on here and say I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to claim to be one of these people that said they're happy all the time. I'm not happy all the time, but I am happy a lot more than I usually am, and I am working on being happy every day and trying to treat people with respect and make them feel good around me. And one of the ways I'm doing that is what I'm doing now is helping others. And a big part of me is going to the gym. That's been huge. So doing some weight training, discipline, bit of boxing training, and swimming has just been, it's been life-saving. It's so relaxing. It's such a release. It's so honest, however it makes you feel. So of course you guys can do that. I'm just sharing what's been working for me and clients. But I realized that everything that I'm talking about, before you do it, you have to have a certain attitude to do it. Because if you allow your mind to take over and just say, there's no point in doing that, I don't want to go out and speak to women, it's too stressful, or it's not going to work out for me, or, you know, Johnny's students, they succeed on the 6-week program, but that wouldn't work for me, that's rubbish. If your attitude's like that, then you're going to get rubbish. You're not going to achieve. So you have to change your own attitude. Do you know the song Ram Ranch? No, I've never heard of it. Tell me, what it's about. It's really motivational. Cool, send me the link and I'll listen to it later on or tomorrow. Yeah, take an action, not letting your mind take over. So let me know if you guys resonated today, or you're resonating, sorry, with what I'm talking about, having the right attitude towards life, towards women, towards success. It's a pleasure. It sounds great. I'll have a listen to that. Please send me the link. And I've also got a 30-day online anxiety program. If anyone needs help with getting started, with going out and approaching women and building confidence of women and getting a girlfriend, getting a date, then you should definitely check out my, I'll send you a link to my online program. It's helped a lot of men. It's sold a lot of copies all around the world already. Let me just get you the link for a sec, get you the link up. I was really glad when I made this program. I made this over 2 days a weekend. I spent quite a lot of my own money as well, invested in getting the websites built and program shot in professional Vimeo videos. But it was worth it. So let me just give you the link. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Johnny Berba. I'm super playing there. Keep your questions coming, guys. I'll answer them for you. So here's the link. Okay, so here's the link to the 30-day anxiety program for any guy who's having difficulties approaching women and wants to build confidence. Oh, and you know the YouTuber Nate, he lost 300 pounds. No, I don't know him. Just showing this live stream. Any other questions you guys got? Fire ahead. So I'll move on. I'll just talk about a few other things. So what else has been I found really helpful? I've spoken about this on a few live streams ago, and I think it's a difficult one. It's probably the most difficult practice of everything, and that's not expecting anything. when you're trying to do so. It kind of contradicts the whole point, because obviously when you're going out meeting women, you expect to get a girlfriend, you expect to get laid or get on a date. But if you have too high expectations, you end up getting disappointed when it doesn't work out, and you get angry and you feel depressed. So the idea is to kind of have the discipline to set the goal, want what you're going for, but come away from it and not be bullied by the fact that I have to get it. If I don't get it, I'm going to not feel good. And then you end up getting it anyway. So that's another discipline. I don't know. I don't know the root cause of social anxiety, because there's many different factors. I'd say it's a combination of genes, genetic, if your parents had it, upbringing, obviously, if you've been through abuse and stuff like that, your attitude, and a lot of it comes down, I think, to our parents. If they've had it, if they've had social anxiety, they're going to pass it on to you. But I think the root cause of most things is a lack of self-esteem. But sometimes it's not always that. You could have high self-esteem, but if you've been abused and mistreated, that can create a lot of distrust. Distrust can create anxiety because you're on edge around people. But anyway, yeah. But the main thing we're talking about is, let's change our attitude towards it. Despite all of the negativities, to get past it, it's about changing your attitude. Is this YouTube live stream about getting into shape? I would say technically, yes, it is, even though most of what I'm teaching and talking is helping men to build confidence with women. But as you can see, you've noticed me in the best. You've noticed that I'm in pretty decent shape, and I've been going to the gym. So I would say, if you want to improve that, then listening to this talk could really help you, because today's talk is about having the right attitude towards life, women, people, the gym. And that goes for getting into shape, like I said, because all the principles are really similar. And that's what Christy Bank was saying. Cheers, Joe. I appreciate it. I've been living pretty good. I've been eating a lot of jerk chicken, rice and peas, plantain. I love that Caribbean food. I've been going to the gym regularly. I've been swimming regularly. I've been spending time around my family, friends, helping people as well. So we could just want to know, did you use full body or split, or just a split? Which one? I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I have no idea. I don't use any steroids or anything like that. But I'm an honest person. What you see is natural, and my body is in not that great shape anyway to think that I'm using some kind of steroid or anything like that. But that would be amusing to me. Yeah, this is my new place. I'm in my new pad. Any more luxurious hotels? Yeah, I go to them. So I like hotels. Oh, training. Oh, sorry, my 6 week. Sorry. I'm with you. My 6 week transformation program is a program for helping men to build their confidence with women. So that's what. No, yeah, Anderson as well. I don't even mind. Like, I'm not advocating steroids, but I'm not against steroids. If people want to use steroids, that's their choice. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger said. So I'm not against that. We all know the pathetic UK is nothing compared to the great USA. All right. No, you don't have to be sorry. That's all right. They don't apologize. The 6 week program to help men with women. But to be honest, why teach guys with meeting women will help you in the gym, because it's helping me. It's helping me to get into shape, work out. And to be honest, I don't like anyone is welcome to on my live streams as well. Yeah, that's good. You can be honest about that. And I think today as well, I don't even know how we got to this topic, but steroids, people are more open about it. And I'm not going to get into a conspiratorial thing, but I've always known, a lot of athletes using steroids, stuff like that. And again, it's people's choice, isn't it? It's I'm not telling young men and women to go and use anabolic steroids, but if people want to put that in their body, that's the same way. If people want to drink and smoke, we know the effects are not good for you in the long run, but people will have a choice, and I suppose that's what makes life interesting. But I'm not going to start having to go at people for using steroids and saying they're bad, because I don't feel that way if they want to do it. I personally never did it. If I wanted to do it, I would do it. But I had friends. I had a couple of friends who used to use it and do it, and I didn't think bad towards them. You know, that's their choice. At the end of the day, I don't think using a steroid is going to go. You're not harming someone. You're, if anything, you're harming yourself. And I don't know everything about them, so I've heard people say if they're used right, then it's okay in moderation. But anyway, I don't know nothing about them, so I'm not qualified. But that wouldn't surprise me next. You know, people will probably start saying I'm on steroids because they've seen my weight gain and my physique get bigger. But that's really more due down to getting older age. I couldn't put weight on in my 20s. I was as skinny as a twig. I only started to put on weight when I got to 30. You know? Do I take any supplements? Do I take supplements? No, I don't. What I'm drinking now is Volvic water. Probably not that healthy, probably some sugar in it. I'll tell you what I do. I'll just be honest about my improvements. As you can see, I eat quite well. I eat a lot of chicken, a lot of protein. What else? I eat chicken. I eat a lot of rice. As I said, I've been eating a lot of Caribbean food lately because I love it. So it has beans in it. There's plantain. There is a lot of chicken. I just had Nando's today, so I do eat a lot of meat in my diet, a lot of chicken, and I try to drink a lot of water. And I've been working out regularly. You know, I don't go every single day to the gym, but I go at least 2 to 3 times a week, and I lift weights. But I have got some experience in the past. Back in the day, I actually did take protein. I never used steroids, but I did take a lot of protein, whey protein, the powdered stuff, pasta, and I eat pasta as well. Of late, I haven't been getting the supplements that I used to back in the day. No, I'm not a vegan. Good evening, Johnny, and everyone watching. Good evening, welcome to the live stream. And today's live stream, if you just come on, I've basically been talking about attitude. I've talked about why attitude is important for all of us men, for every single one of you watching, if you want to get better with women. Because if you don't have the right attitude, then your practical habits will come from that. So you can develop the attitude, anything, confidence and mindset. And I've developed a much better attitude. So I'm just going to give you some examples. This has really helped me lately. You know, like the first voice we get is often negative. So, for example, if I say, come and join my live stream, maybe you'll get a voice that will say, I can't bother to join Johnny's live stream. He ain't going to talk about nothing that's going to help me anyway. It might be very negative. But if you change the mindset and go, actually, let me be open to the live stream, you might say something that really helped me. Or I might enjoy it. I might just feel really good about it. When I go to the gym, I don't listen to the first voice that says, what's the point in going gym? We've been here before. We've done weights. What's the point of building muscle? What's the point of getting in shape? It's going to be too stressful, boring. I have to change that conversation and go, there's every point in going. I'm going to enjoy it. Physical fitness and working out is good for you. It makes you feel good. It's going to make me feel good in my life. Plus, I'm going to get around other social people. I'm just going to have fun in an activity. Take my mind off of getting depressed or worrying or getting anxiety. So that's why we're going to go gym. And then I'm going to have fun with it and enjoy it. And then I'm going to, my body's going to improve. And then I start getting results because I'm not trying so hard, putting pressure on myself. So that's the change of attitude, isn't it? And then if you say I'm going to go out and approach women, if you say, what's the point in going out approaching women? Because they're only going to reject you anyway, then you've already lost. You're done. Don't do it then. That's Adam Watts says, don't do it then. Because if you go out and approach them with that mindset, you are going to get rejected. But if you say, actually, I'm excited about going out approaching women because at any moment, any time, I could meet my girlfriend or my wife, or I could meet a girl who's different to the other girls in the past that have let me down. And then it changes it because you change your attitude towards situations. Situations change on you. That is the alternative, Joe, and that's how you get past this critical voice that we all have that says, what's the point? I'm not good enough. So you get past it. It causes misery and pain, and we all have it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Johnny Berba has it, Joe has it, Tony Robbins has it, Arnold Schwarzenegger has it, but it's how do you deal with it? The successful people have got they've got a better attitude towards life. That's why they succeed more. The unsuccessful are not good enough. It's just they have a lesser attitude towards success and confidence, which is what you guys are here today. So I'm going to go gym tomorrow, but my attitude is I'm just excited and grateful that I can go. I'm really grateful that I can go into a room. I've got the freedom. There's going to be people there as well. I can connect with them. I have to speak to them all the time, but just being in a room with them, it makes me feel I'm not on my own. I can choose to work my chest. I can work my arms, my shoulders, my back. I can choose not to do weights. I can just go for a swim. I can do some running. Look at the freedom I've got. Be grateful. Most people are not grateful for what they've got. Most of you probably, if I remind you right now, you're going to go, I didn't think of that. Be grateful that you've got mum and dad, or you've got family, or you can have food tonight. You've got a place to stay. Be grateful that you're getting this material from me for free. This is stuff that I've worked so hard to get. You guys know, I know that you guys have worked hard in your life. Pain and suffering, you don't even understand the pain I've gone through to become the person that you see today that's doing what I'm doing, who didn't think he was good enough, who was afraid of being judged for everything I did, who would never come onto a live stream, who wouldn't have the confidence to speak, who wouldn't know what to say to people, who wouldn't trust myself, who wouldn't trust other people. So it's being grateful, going, I'm grateful I've got a following on YouTube. I actually get comments on the videos. People actually are happy. I'm even grateful for the criticism, because for someone to criticize you, something must be, there's something going on there. You know, just to be grateful that I can actually be proud of myself and wear a vest, because before I couldn't do it when I was younger. I was so ashamed of my body. I would hide. I would put 3 jumpers on because I was so paranoid about being skinny and being judged and feeling unattractive. I would hide away. That's how I used to be. Now I'm proud. I'm got my vest on. My arms are out. I'm not skinny anymore. And if I was skinny, I wouldn't mind either, because I'm that. So it's thinking, oh, where did I used to be? Look at where I am. Look at where we've got to. Because it's easy to let the mind take over and forget and say, yeah, I don't have this though. I don't have millions of pounds like Robbins does or Les Brown, or I don't have the confidence Johnny Berba does or women. So what's the point? That's not good. Look what you do have though. Look at what you have that I don't have. Look what you have that Tony Robbins doesn't have. You got something that he doesn't have. Because everyone's got something that they're great at, that they're better than someone else at, that they can help. So the attitude embodies in everything. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger said it, the body follows the mind. If you imagine never getting bigger, you won't get bigger probably, because everything you do will focus on the mindset. You won't eat properly. You know, so it's and also, what's your reaction when you get criticized by someone? If you've got bad attitude, you're going to retaliate straight away. If someone says I don't like you, I don't like what you say, it's rubbish, it's a load of crap. If you go, who the fuck are you talking to? I'm better than you. How do you bad attitude? Okay, they're wrong, but it doesn't make you right to be wrong. If they say that, so you know what? That's your opinion, man. I wish you all the best. If you feel that way, I wish you the best. That's rising above it, having a better attitude towards life. And you know, when you get criticized, instead of saying, you know what, I'm no good at nothing, I always fail. I'm a loser. I'm just not good because I never succeed with women. Instead of turning around and saying, actually, I'm not a loser. I'm not a loser. I've lost. Everyone loses in life. I'm a champion. I'm getting turned down by women at the moment because I'm a champion. I'm a warrior. This is the journey. This is how I build my courage. This is what's going to get me the goal. Because the character that I'm going to be building is going to be a character of strength. It's going to be a character of integrity. It's going to be a character of great men before us that are with us today, and that'll be with us many years before we're gone. Thereafter, whatever. The character that I'm building is more valuable than the result itself, because the result comes from the practice of your character. And if your character is that of a weak character that always quits when he loses, then you won't get the big successes, because the big successes come from the small practices. The small wins equal to big wins. And the really big ones are no bigger than the really small ones. So Eubank's right. If you can't help an old woman, an elderly woman, get off the bus or have manners and respect for people, you ain't gonna do these big things because you won't be ready. The universe wouldn't give it to you because you wouldn't deserve it. You ain't got the tools to cope with that. Yeah, it's true. Anderson said, patience is important. That comes back to attitude again. Instead of saying, it's taken too long, man. I've been coming to the gym now for 6 months and I haven't put 2 inches on my biceps and I'm not looking shredded and I'm not in beast mode. Beast mode. I'm quitting the gym. That's a terrible. Instead of saying, you know what? I've been coming to the gym for 6 months and I haven't seen much improvements. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I need to change my regime. I'm quite excited about it. So at least the 6 months has showed me that I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm not doing it wrong. Maybe it just takes a bit more time, my genetics. Let me eat more in my diet. Maybe I need to get a personal trainer. Maybe I need to invest in a program. Maybe I need to go online and study from people that are better than me. I can learn from them. Good attitude. Maybe another 6 months' time, the inches are going to come on my arms. Maybe it takes years to put inches on your arms. Depends on your attitude. Yeah. Arms, see? It's being grateful though, isn't it? So I'm just grateful that I can go to a gym. Some people can't afford the gym for 6 months. Some people can't. They can't have a whey protein shake. They don't have the money. They can't facilitate that in the place that they're at currently. Consistency is the key to building muscle. Yeah, consistency is definitely. So if you guys work on your attitude, then everything else will improve. And then when you go and approach a woman, think about it, right? You're approaching a woman, you're coming from a place of a guy who goes to the gym regularly, a guy who is doing good, helping an old lady or helping his community, being polite, not loving and respectful to your parents. Someone who is consciously looking to be better, consciously looking to say, you know what, I have all these feelings in me. I do. I have feelings of anger in me towards people. I have some jealousy in me. I have some judgments. I have issues as well. I have a lot of things that are not good, but I'm going to work on eradicating them. Just have a mindset like that. You're already a champion, as Eubank said. A champion is a champion before he's a champion. It's true what he said. It's been true for me. I was already successful globally when I was broke, when I had nothing, no money, no confidence at that time with women, no following on YouTube. No one knew who I was. Johnny Rowe didn't even exist, this brand. I wasn't in the shape I'm in now. I didn't have the experience. I never went on stage and spoke hundreds of public talks and mentored thousands of people on 6 weeks programs, boot camps, inspired men, put out viral videos. All these are great. Went on shows, podcast shows, television exposure, some good, some bad, some indifferent. I really lived an exciting life, really impacted people's life. Had the courage to tell my story that I did struggle with social anxiety. I did have a challenging relationship with my dad growing up. I did get bullied. I made a lot of mistakes as well. I had problems with addictions. I went down a violent path for a while. I got out of the negativity. I got my life back on track. To have the character to do that, it's very humbling. It's very, very humbling to say, and I didn't do it all on my own as well. And there were times when I struggled. I did cry. I did complain. I did get scared sometimes. I made mistakes, but I got back on and I learned. That's it changes everything, And instead of saying, you know what, most men, and I can understand how they feel, they hate women because maybe their mum wasn't nice to them, or mum wasn't very loving, or they got bullied by girls at school, or one girl gave them a bad experience. But characters to say, even though all this could be true, I'm not going to have that attitude towards women. I'm not going to go into social situations with women before I even spoke to the girl and say, she's going to be a bitch, excuse my language. She's going to be a gold digger. She's going to not be nice to me. I'm not going to have that attitude. I'm going to go in there saying, she's probably a nice person, got a good heart, nice girl, interesting. She's probably a good person. That's the whole act. That makes all the difference. Then you're going to meet a girl like that. Believe me, the attitude that you have consistently, that's the life that you create. So, and also as well, I said this in my last live stream, to also know that you're not perfect and no one is. And the gurus that you watch, they're not perfect either. And we do make mistakes. And then we have to be a man and say, you know what? Instead of being proud and angry and not admitting it and saying, I'm always right, I'm wrong today, I'm sorry, man. You put your hand out and say, I have to apologize to you. I was wrong how I treated you. I'm sorry that I said that, or I did this, whatever. It's a huge character to say sorry when you've done something wrong. For most men, they probably find that more difficult than going in the boxing ring. They probably do. They probably find that more difficult than jumping out of an aeroplane. They probably find that more difficult than going to the gym or then facing their social anxiety. That's kind of facing social anxiety on a certain level, because it takes a lot of emotional and willpower to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was ashamed that, or I was jealous. I wasn't thinking right when I did that. When I said that about you, whatever you did wrong, and then to pay the consequences of your mistakes. That's man or a strong woman, and that's will end up creating you success in the long run. You know, again, another truth from Eubank about kindness. A lot of people are not kind. Why? They're not kind to people, and then they wonder why people are not kind to them. They wonder why, because always trying to take from people instead of being honest and sharing. What am I living for? And what am I dying for? Same question. Margaret Atwood. That sounds good. You know, and it's great affirmation when you really say it and you mean for your heart. I love women. They're divine, feminine, nothing healing, fully present with a girl. It changes it. I love women. No? I love people. I like my mom and dad or family and respect other people. It changes your results. And these are the things that make a champion. So this live stream is about helping men to become a champion in their life. Not in the cheesy sense, on practical terms. Any questions, you guys? We're going to come to an end in a few minutes. It's been going for an hour now. I feel like I've said what I needed to say. I've stressed the teaching. We'll get a couple of questions and then we're going to round up. Yeah, another thing as well. I just did an Instagram, actually. I posted on my Instagram. I just said, I basically just said, you know, thank God that I can eat food, because I remember the days when we couldn't afford food. I had no money for takeaways. Nando's, Chinese, all the Caribbean food, all this eating out stuff, that wasn't possible for me. So that's my new. I done a post on my Instagram. It's just me. I went and got a meal, and I wrote, take some time out to show some appreciation that I have food today and a good family and friends. Remember the days we couldn't afford to eat out and get a takeaway, just being able to have the freedom to eat in public, because the days of having such bad social anxiety, I couldn't go out and eat in public on my own. Can you believe that? Like, that's how Johnny Berba used to be. When I think about it, I couldn't go on my own and eat in Nando's because I was too scared and paranoid that people were judging me. That I didn't want to make eye contact. I didn't want any social interactions. On job seekers allowance, all this stuff. You know, couldn't do it. Hey John, I'm 27. Do you think I could still get 18, 19-year-old girls? Yeah, you can. Again, positive attitude. So basically as well, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you can. I'll put my link in the post. Sorry now. Okay, so here's my Instagram link. I post up pictures and stuff, nothing special. If I've had a gym workout, I sometimes show my body. I've got some quotes there and kind of like my lifestyle, what I'm doing, but it's not massively glamorous, to be honest. It's just more of a, in many ways it is glamorous, but it's not. But if you like what I'm talking about and you want to follow me, you can. I answer my questions as well. If you comment on a video, then I will I will respond. And that's another thing as well is what is it, like I said, just being open and giving people time. So yeah, I'm digesting this philosophy that Eubank was talking about because it's what I always taught and what I've known. But what we sometimes teach and what we know, we forget. I forget it from time to time. I have to remember it and practice it more, being more aware of it. So today was good. It was different, even though I didn't talk that much about approaching women. It still encompassed that. It still is the same, and this is just where the channel is going naturally. Like I said, and I like this as well. Guys, it's really important. If you want to inspire people, because I think deep down we all do, and I always wanted to, and I'm doing that. If you want to inspire people to be better in their life, then you can only really do that if you're living it and practicing what you're preaching. So if you're not practicing what you're preaching and you're telling other people, if they get a sense that you're not honest and you're not doing it, for one, they're not going to respect you because they know you're lying. Number two, they're not going to believe you because they believe that you're being dishonest. And number three, you won't inspire them. You won't. So if you want to be inspirational to other people, you have to be inspirational to yourself. So you have to be going to the gym, working out. And that's why I'm not doing it to show off, but I do come onto the live stream in a vest, my beard groomed, my hair sorted out, looking good, working out, living it, not lying, not saying, oh, I'm going to go gym tomorrow and I'm laying in bed all day, or I'm not. And if I was to do it, I'd be honest about that. Being honest with people, with who you are and where you're at. And then they'll trust you, and then they'll be like, then they'll go and do it, and they'll be like, he inspired me because he does it. So I've always wanted to inspire men to be great, be better men, confident, and that's why I put out the YouTube demonstrations. I was like, if I just talk about me meeting women and no one knows me, they might not believe me. They won't. I can't impact them as powerful. If I show them, if I demonstrate me out in public approaching women with honesty, with kindness, with integrity, with a good attitude, then they will be a lot more likely to go and do it for themselves or to get me to mentor them because they see it. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing, and it inspires people, especially if I show them that I get turned down as well. It happens from time to time. It's fine. It will do the job. So that's what it comes down to. And I'm coming to the end now because I've been talking for a bit. So yeah, we've got a lot coming. We've got a lot coming to my free talk in London. I've been doing these now for before the end of the year, maybe a couple of months. No, sorry, not more than that. Probably 6 months. And I've been enjoying them. And I'll be honest, it hasn't been as many people coming as there was maybe 3 years ago when I was just teaching guys to pick women up. But the quality of connection has gotten better and stronger, and the numbers are improving, and that's important. Yeah, yeah, I've been playing FIFA. I've been enjoying it. I've been really being more open in my life now, doing many things. Enjoying football, playing FIFA with my brother, spending time with my family. Even watching Dexter, watching series, just enjoying life. You can do it. You don't have to just do one thing. And then approaching women, making life exciting. Then doing the live streams. Then doing the talks in London, teaching. So being balanced. And that's something I'm going to talk about in the next live stream. How important it is, and I didn't realize this when I was younger. Age doesn't even come into it, but I didn't realize how important it was to live what I call a balanced life, which basically means a life where you have many things that you're doing. You're not just approaching women on the street. You're not just going to the gym. You're approaching women on the street and you're going to the gym. You're playing some PlayStation games, but you're also going out socializing. Nothing, you're going on Facebook, but you're not on it all the time. you're doing other stuff, so you're traveling. So embodying different things and enjoying life, it makes you more whole. And then, of course, do I take herbs? No, I don't take herbs. But you know what? You've kind of Anderson has reminded me, and one of you else has inspired me. Joe, and some of you, I might get into starting to take supplements and stuff like that. But again, I'll do it if I feel inspired and it feels right. And ginger, that sounds good. I drink a lot of ginger tea. Like these things feel really good in the body. But I'll start trying that, like cod liver oil and new supplements. And I probably will get back on the protein shakes as I'm getting into the gym more. But lately, this has been working for me. It's kind of weird because I've not been putting pressure. I've just been getting bigger and growing because I've just been enjoying it. And I think a huge part of it relates to that. But I'll take on board what you guys are saying and let you know if I start taking supplements and stuff. So I hope you guys are going good, and I only wish that you guys go and try the practices that I'm practicing and sharing with you, like going to the gym, facing your fears, having more gratitude, spending time with your family, you know, just having goals in your life and enjoying day to day. I'd be interested to know if people are doing that. You know, making a YouTube video, doing a live stream, whatever you want to do, business. Okay, health and joints. That sounds good. And that's what I do, guys. I go online as well and I look for inspiring men, leaders that are doing well in their life and that are encouraging other people, and I learn from them. Take like elements from them and then put it in my personality, but never trying to be them. Always being you. Don't try and be them, but you can learn from them. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what being a good man is about. Also, as well, reminder, guys, and I promise you won't be disappointed this week. Get on my personal newsletter because I'm going to actually write out not like a schedule, but just going to outline everything that I'm doing in my life that I've done that's helped me to live a happier life and get results. I'm going to talk about the gym. I'm going to talk about facing social anxiety. I'm going to talk about live streaming. I'm going to talk about playing FIFA. All about living a better life and give people actual steps to go and do that so they can get the results quick and experience it for themselves. Who inspires me right now, Johnny and why? Who inspired me right now? Chris Eubanks Sr. And the reason why he inspired me because he spoke about the importance of being kind. And I love that. I like kind people, especially a man who is ferocious in the ring. He was a world champion boxer in the 80s and the 90s. And when I see someone in the 50s, a man I can relate to, saying to other men the importance of virtue, integrity, love, kindness, it totally connects with me. So he inspired me. He's different, and the fact that he went through a lot of criticism when he was a boxer. A lot of people hated Chris Eubank. They were jealous of him. They said he's weird. He talks weird. He dresses different. Oh, of course. How could I forget? Of course, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury more than anyone, but the same. Eubank, I put him in the same category. I love Fury. I'm a big fan. I'm a massive fan. Everything he stands for, mental health, anxiety. Another great man who's got a great attitude. Look where he is. Spin to darkness. Bounce, overcome it. So a lot of the boxers, Tyson Fury, even Wilder, even though I'm a Fury fan, and I believe he beat Wilder, and I think he'll beat Wilder again. But there's certain things that he's done that I thought I like him. He's a good man. He's a family man. He's always talked about he loves people, treating people with respect. A lot of the boxers really inspire me. That's what comes to mind. And there's many other people as well. You guys inspire me as well because of the patience, because of the just the honesty, coming online, being open about yourself, the support you're giving me, the kindness. I really appreciate that. But yeah, that's who is inspiring me at the moment. It's men that have got they've got good hearts. They're good people, and they're not perfect. No one is, but they have good hearts. So yeah, go and check them out if you wish. Have a look at Chris Eubanks' interviews and it's just interesting to hear him talk about. He's an interesting person. He's different. So that's nothing as well. What else is there? So got the event coming up on Sunday, Take Action. Any of you are welcome to come. If you want to come along, just drop me an email and I'll give you the address. It starts at 1, so finishes at 3. It's next Sunday in central London. It's easy to get to. I'll give you the exact address. You've got an email we need to book. We're going to be really enjoying it. Flex my arms. Okay, sure. So look, you can see, obviously I'm quite pale. Yeah, this is the biggest I've ever been. I've never been this big. This is down to age, eating more, working out more. Shoulders are getting pretty big. But the crazy thing is, honestly, guys, I'm not taking it that serious. Like, I'm pleased, but it's not. It's almost like it's kind of weird. I'm not taking it serious, but I am taking it serious. I'm having fun with it. And I'll probably lose weight again because my weight always goes up and down. I'm not naturally a big guy. I've always been tall but quite skinny and lean. Or maybe I will get bigger. Who knows? But whatever. But that's a funny one. I'm not using steroids, and I can imagine people start those. Guys will say anything, won't they? You know, when I was meeting women doing well, they would say it's fake. But, you know, people are a little bit. But again, my action will be good. If they say that, I know it's not true. I'll laugh about it and move on. So any other questions you guys got? I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I really enjoyed making it. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not. I thought usually you can tell when someone's on steroids, right? I know some cases you can't. It's obvious when someone has got veins bulging out of their neck and muscly, but I don't know. Yeah, I thought usually you can tell, right? Sometimes you can't. Some people, it depends on their genetics. Yeah, what else was I thinking? What's on my mind? I was just thinking about the way that the channel was changing and evolving. Because from when I first started, I never spoke about the gym. I wasn't really interested about anything other than picking up girls and teaching men how to meet women. And that I'm not regretful of that because it's led to where we are now. It's just I've evolved. Things are more, you know. But I'm still going to be talking about teaching women, teaching guys how to meet women. And yeah, excited about it. So I think we're going to end it here. We'll come to an end. I'll see you in the next live stream and hopefully see you at my event, which is free on Sunday. So till the next one, could be tomorrow or in a few days' time, practice having a good attitude in your life of approaching women, gym, whatever you want to do, and see the results that you get, and you'll feel better. And you can check out some of Eubank's interviews. They're all they're free online, and you can connect with him and see if you get inspired. And there's so many inspiring people to check out. So I hope I covered everything today. Sometimes it's never possible to cover everything. I give it as much as I can, did my best. I enjoyed it. Thanks for the comments. I really appreciate the support. I hope this gives you guys a lot of confidence and hope. Yeah, I know the Coach Carter clip. That's good. I like that. It was good to see Anderson. Good to see Levy, all of you who were on earlier on. And I'll see you in the next one. So today is all about good action. If anyone wants to do my 6 weeks program, you just need to email me and then we can take it from there. And then we can arrange a phone call or Skype, or we can settle it over email. I'd love to work with you if you've got the right attitude to meet and attracting women, building confidence, improving your life. So I'll see you next one. Bye.